Welcome to this new video. Today we talk about the F1 Rocket S. Let's watch it together. It's a board that's a great transition for those who pass, who want to go down a little later, and then have that transition from beginner winger to intermediate winger. Definitely a great winger board, intermediate, because you can do a little bit of everything. It is a truly versatile table. The Rocket S that I tested is the bamboo version. There is also the carbon version. The bamboo version, in my opinion, is ideal for that rider who really wants to go from beginner to intermediate, because it really allows us to progress spectacularly without having to worry about where we place the board, to be careful when we load it. We unload it because this board is made of EPS, obviously, and then coated in fiberglass. Bamboo is used to give that yuan important reinforcement in areas. A little more delicate as could be the blanket. In the end, you have an excellent quality price performance ratio. If you want to make a step of this type, trust the guys of Cacao. They have these boards in store and you can touch them with your hands, both the carbon version and the bamboo version. You can try them and Paulino will surely direct you on the correct liters for you. So call him, disturb him, make an appointment to talk to him. I'll leave his contacts up here as always. The Rocket shape, the Rocket is definitely a board that has been around for a while now and is a really versatile board. It always gets a little better. Its bow is definitely shaped like a surfboard, but it has enough width to have that volume that guarantees us to be able to float well and be stable. So the bow, despite having a shape dot wave, is still an important bow. It is a bow with volume. We definitely have more volume at the bow than at the stern. The stern is very narrow to facilitate takeoff and speed. The board then is sufficiently wide because it is not a mid-lane board, is a board oriented to wave riding and freeride level. So maneuverability and also excellent stability are preferred. In the absence of wind, the edges are very soft, obviously born for the wave. The live work at the stern of this tip that really allows us an excellent acceleration is not comparable to the departures of the Midlands or the boards with light wind, but it is an excellent compromise. It will definitely take off before your board that you had when you learned your Rocket as a beginner. So in this board step, you will definitely notice a greater acceleration during takeoff. The blanket is hollow. I like it a lot. Visually, I don't know. Then some say it is not so important on a technical level. I honestly feel very good because I find the board that is much closer to the foil, much more reactive. But maybe it's just my impression, so don't be influenced by my impression. The pad is the classic striped pad of F1, very comfortable like that. And as the straps are in a very comfortable neoprene and very well manageable as adjustments, I have never heard anyone The color of the Rocket S is this aqua green, very light, very elegant. And there is no possibility of other colors. It is a very versatile board, but if we look at the technical specifications, we realize that it is a board that is mainly aimed at an already intermediate rider, because the board starts from 20 liters up to 80 liters more. Since we go to another board, which is probably the one you bought before moving to the Rocket S, I tried the 70 liters. I have to be honest that the volume of these tables is everything. I was very comfortable in the 70 liters, weight 67, 68 kilos. I was really comfortable even in light wind, and I maneuvered it very well even in light wind. I leave the technical data of the width above. It is not a very light version, also because the heavy bamboo version, really good value for money. The carbon version is definitely a bit more responsive as a board and definitely also a bit lighter. The larger sizes, i.e. 70, 80 liters, are not recommended for freestyle, and therefore jumping is also not recommended. I'm not capable of jumping even though I'm trying to learn. And so Paolo, rest assured that I brought her back to you healthy. Let's see how it behaves in the water. I tried it with various foils, from 70s to skate to momentum, with various sails, both more performing in Alula and more wave like the swing. Well, this board has always behaved well the first time you get on this one.
The board will inevitably fall.
Because you will have to find some balance, really. At the stern, the volume is not much. And so when you go up on your knees, you will have to bring all the weight forward. After all, the concept of F1 is the usual go forward. So let's go forward, let's go forward. Not really. This joke aside, really the volume is very concentrated in the bow, so try to understand the balance of weights. After that, the board is stable both in roll and pitch. When there is no wind. When we are in flight, well, you really feel very little in your feet because the width is well proportioned to the length. It's not bulky at all. It is a board that responds very well in touchdowns, rises immediately, does not stick to the water. It's a table that when we get out of some maneuver and make a mistake, and then we get off the foil, he doesn't unsaddle us, he doesn't throw us into the water, but he gives us the opportunity to control, and if he has to sink, he does it very gradually, very soft, like a board. Here, pass me this term to try to give you the feeling that this board can give a free ride in relaxation or a wave of excellent level. Obviously, the bamboo version has a slightly lower price than the carbon, but despite this, if you are not weight maniacs, because it still makes itself felt a little, and you won't notice these big differences, so keep an eye on your wallet too. It's a fun board, so I recommend if 6'1" beginner who wants to progress and wants to buy a board a little smaller, down to 20, 30 liters, you can do it with the Rocket, and it's a board that you can then keep in because it guarantees excellent performance. See you in the water. See you in the water for the tutorials coming out soon. See you in the water with subscribers. Subscribe to the channel so you too can follow special tutorials called Onboard. Let me give you an example.
Let's go see the race today.
Gibe.
And it is a very important maneuver, both in strong wind and light wind. So maybe at first, try doing this maneuver in moderate wind. Now I'm in a burst, trying to locate a point where I can try to give you the idea, the row. Okay, then we're in. I'll start the weave. Wait until we turn the sail. Until we're almost aft. Okay, this is very important. can divide the slide into 3 states. The entrance, the central part, which is where we will flip the sail for the new ones.
Mura costs just the price of a monthly breakfast, but does it help create vital content? I've done my advertising, so let's meet at sea for further testing. Leave comments, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, and enjoy more reviews to see my latest updates.
Junang G.